Oh, this shit is almost 2 hours long. Okay, no, there's a trailer and then he did a whole presentation. Okay, we'll definitely watch the trailer. I would like to watch the presentation. I don't know if we'll watch that on stream, but I would like to. I would like to watch that. Why is it so complicated for games to be rollback coded? Don't ask me. Bro was like, I don't know about that. No, I'm down to watch it. I just don't know if you guys are. And also, if that's something we're going to do, that would be saved for later because we got other shorter, faster shit that's more important for me to catch up on first, I feel like.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your boy PB.
Didn't mean to click that. All right. It's a lot more work if you don't already know how to do it. True. Also, like, it's also like way more difficult because a lot of these games aren't doing it from the jump. They're trying to add it retroactively, which is like way more complicated. Games like Net Impact or like Dragon Ball Fighters or like, you know, some of these other games that don't release with it, it's way harder to add it to it after you've already programmed and coded the game to be on delay based. Which begs the question, well, why the fuck are people still programming and developing games to operate on delay based in the first place? I don't know. Is there the Persona Gacha in Japan? Which Persona Gacha? I got this, where'd I put her? This is right here. There was one Persona Gacha that I played. It was like a little capsule machine and I got this little sleeping Yukari. I was hoping for mid to do, and I could have played it more, but I just, yo, camera focus, there we go. Little sleepy Yukari. Oh, you're talking about the phone game, the mobile game, the Phantom X. Nah, but isn't that game getting released overseas now? Isn't it coming to America? All right, I think we are ready to get into the actual catching up of everything. Did Tekken 8 already have rollback, or was it added later? Tekken 8's netcode has been the same since it has released. Not great, but it's better than 7 was. Okay, start with this. Also, I will be turning alerts off during these recordings. Hopefully you guys don't mind. If I miss anything, I will catch up with the alerts after the recordings. Actually, I should do it like this. Bring this over here. Boom. There we go. Now, let me
It's coming right at us.
okay, I just had to make sure that the audio is being picked up. Turn that up a little bit. Lights are off. Check, mic check. Just double checking, making sure my mic isn't muted on this scene. All right, but cool. Okay. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lotus Asakura, the one who never knows best and the one who's finally back from Japan. I've already made a video saying this, but we've got a lot to catch up on. I did my Pokemon video, my Pokemon Pocket video, doing some mythical island summons. I did a haul video, which I don't know if that's uploaded or not yet by the time you're seeing this video, where I talked about everything that I bought in Japan. But now it's time for me to catch up on all the incredible news that I missed out on while I was away. We got a tons of stuff when it comes to Bleach Rebirth of Souls, the new Demon Slayer game, the Game Awards popped off and showed a lot of really cool stuff. Tekken got some updates, got a brand new character in Clive Rossfield. There is so much for me to catch up on. And I know I kind of missed the hype of everything. I'm not, you know, catching things, striking while the iron is hot. But I figure it's better late than never. I figured a lot of you guys out there who are subscribed to this channel still would like to see me react to this stuff, comment on it, talk about it, and everything like that. So I'm still excited to do that, even if I'm not doing it right as this information is all coming out. So in today's video, we're catching up on all the Bleach stuff that I missed out on. We have the release date trailer that dropped. We have character trailers for Yamamoto, Aizen, and Shinji. The Shinji one just released yesterday as of this recording. And then I think we've also got some gameplay from Jump Festa to take a look at. So we're going to do all that in today's video, and then I'm going to start catching up on everything else that I missed. It's a lot. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get straight into it. This is the release date trailer, which I saw what the release date was on Twitter. I've already forgotten what it is. But I haven't seen any of these trailers or any gameplay, like anything. I've avoided all this stuff because I wanted to save it because I still want to do content for you all.
Oh my, he's very scary.
Gentlemen, it is time for us to declare all-out war on these real.
It looked good. It looked good visually. I'll tell you that. Oh no, am I gonna get copyrighted for this? Am I gonna get copyrighted? Wait, chill. Song sounded kind of fire, but I don't want to get strike down my first video back.
I'm not going to let you die.
You really want to save Rukia?
I don't want to save her.
Hey,
I'm going to save her. Let's go.
talk that talk.
Good, your reactions are excellent.
The new time that they've decided on. Noon
I
tomorrow.
honestly cannot. I'm really hoping that we're entering a new age, like a new golden era for anime games. Sparking Zero released and was hype at first, but obviously fell short in a lot of areas. But that's another thing we have to talk about. There's a ton of updates that came to that game. I know y'all are waiting for me to talk about that.
If the execution and the release of the Sokyoku truly are part of Gein's plan.
Sorry, I'm like,
Execution.
trailer kind of fire. Keep locking me back in. But then we got this coming out, Hunter x Hunter and Impact coming out, the new Demon Slayer game. So
One single person. Absolutely no one. Except myself!
Definitely gonna save you.
yo, the story mode for this game probably gonna be elite, bro. You see, oh baby girls.
I think that at least
I think those are gonna end up being two of my favorite characters in the game, by the way. Yoruichi and especially Soifone. I like Yoruichi more as a character than I like Soifone, but Soifone's trailer is still easily my favorite. Her gameplay appealed to me more than anyone else's.
Why do you insist so fervently on trying to save Rukia?
That's because what Rukia did changed him.
Damn, this is fire.
It changed Ichigo's whole world.
That was so gas.
Ends now.
Oh, you can, ooh!
I will
March
stand
21st. So we're about 4 months out. I think it's actually December 22nd right now as I'm recording this video. Yeah, today's December 22nd, so we're 4 months out, 3 months out really. March 21st. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I honestly thought the game would release sooner than that, but I'm not mad at it at all. I will never be upset with a game getting delayed or releasing later if it is with the intention of polishing it up and making it as great of a product as possible. So with that, I'm looking forward to it. Also, I don't think there's any other like game that I'm like super pumped or excited about or that I'm looking forward to that releases around that time. So it also gives like other things room to breathe and stuff like that. I think it's for the best that this game is releasing when it is, because it's like months after Sparking Zero, even with the updates that we just got that apparently made Sparking Zero a much better game. I don't know yet. I still haven't checked out the notes for myself. This is still a few months removed from that as well, so people can like, you know, have their fun and then look forward to the next thing or whatever. Is there anything else here at the end of this trailer? A pre-order bonus. Okay, so 1,000-year Blood War costume set. I'll probably be pre-ordering this game and you know, getting all the DLCs and everything like that, just because I normally do, unless Bandai Namco wants to generously, you know, grace your boy with that themselves. But I'll be getting this game one way or another. They also have a deluxe edition, which comes with early access for 1 week plus soul crystals. Soul crystals. What are soul crystals? And then the ultimate edition comes with the season pass, 1 week early access, soul crystals, some more 1,000-year Blood War costumes, and Rebirth of Souls costume set. Soul crystals. Okay, based off these icons. Okay. So at first, when I just saw these, I thought this was going to be some sort of in-game currency, which made me think that this game was going to have some sort of microtransactions, which, you know, kind of popped a red flag off rip. Not that I'm personally somebody who's like anti microtransactions in general, but I was just like, what type of, you know what I mean? What would you be doing in this game outside of like DLC, costumes, and characters and stages, right? So what would you need these for? But on this next page, we see this looks like an attack buff. This looks like a defense buff. So then these got to be like things for like your health or your meter or something like that, I would imagine. So are these some sort of special items you can use? Hopefully not in online matches, but maybe offline or in story mode or something like that. They give you some sort of buffs or benefits to your characters and your gameplay. That's what I'm assuming this is based off these icons. If we didn't get these extra two on the sides, I would have thought something totally different. But because this is clearly some sort of attack up, this is some sort of defense up, these are some sort of stat bonuses or buffs you can equip to your characters. I don't know. Again, I'm late to catching up on all of this. So any information that has already come out that you guys know that I don't, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. And there's obviously stuff that we're going to get through that might tell me later on. But all right, cool. So there's that. Next, we're going to jump into the character trailer for Aizen. So let's go ahead and get that popping. Go ahead and jump in that. Turn that volume up a touch.
This is what I mean by the word.
You know, I want to say this also real quick. I think Aizen gets hyped up by Bleach fans as like one of the greatest villains in all of anime. And I'll tell you this, man. And I know this is gonna bring out the angry mob. People are gonna show up in the comments with the torches and the pitchforks. I'm sure of it. I think they're right. I think Aizen is one of the only villains that actually gets mad hyped up that actually is like worth all the hype. Because I'm gonna tell you, man. I gotta pause real quick because I low-key got a rant about this. For years, for like a decade plus, I had to hear JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fans hype up Dio Brando and Yoshikage Kira as these supremely incredible villains who are just some of the greatest in all of anime and manga history. And then those anime came out and I watched them. I think Dio sucks and is just a dickhead for being a dickhead. And it's just like there's no depth or like just no substance to his character at all. And I don't think he's that cool. And then Kira is the most overrated, overhyped villain of all time. I know this video ain't got shit to do with JoJo, but like I had to get off my chest real quick. I know it's like mad random. Aizen, I think, actually is an incredible villain. You know what I mean? I actually do think he deserves that moniker, that title, like one of the greatest villains of all time. And I'm not even like some super diehard Bleach fan. I like Bleach a lot, but I didn't even read it back in the day. I started reading it like much later. So it ain't even like I grew up with it and had like nostalgia or attachment for it either. This is something I got into when I was older. You know what I mean? But I don't understand what. Anyway, we back to Bleach. This ain't about shitting on JoJo. It's about hyping the Bleach. So let's go back and watch this trailer. Nah, because you know what? I want to rant about it. Kira he's not even in the majority of that part, bro. Like part 4, like the first, like, it's like, how many episodes is that shit? It's like 20 some episodes of like the first 18. He's not even in it. He's there for like the last 7 episodes. All he is some weirdo with a hand fed. My fault. Anyway, back to Aizen. He's just a weirdo. He's just some random weirdo. His stand not even that cool. Anyway, my fault. Off track. Spiritual pressure move 1, El Escudo. When activated, the guard gauge will decrease and negate the knockback by enemy's attack until the gauge becomes 0. Is it just me or does that sound broken? Am I bugging or does that sound broke? Spiritual pressure move 2, Hado 90, Kuro Hitsugi. Attack by slashing forward with a follow-up attack by Kuro Hitsugi performed via Eishohaki when it hits. The damage will increase depending on the Hogyoku fusion level. Oh, so does he have a meter he has to micromanage that revolves around his Hogyoku? You see the locks?
That transcends both soul reapers and hollows.
Awakening. The performance is enhanced by the progress of the fusion with the Hogyoku and reaching to an existence that has exceeded natural law. It takes time to reach the awakening state, but compared to the other characters, Aizen's stats will dramatically increase, and he'll be able to activate a mightier power by increasing Hogyoku fusion level. Coldest butterfly of all time. Sosuke Aizen. Overwhelming power and conditioned state made by the diverse changes during the fight. Okay. Aizen seems pretty cool. Certainly not my favorite trailer, but Aizen is Aizen. I think he's cool. He's definitely a character I wouldn't mind trying out. And I'll say that as well. There are very, very few characters that we've seen so far in this game that don't look like a character that I'd be willing to try. All right, show me what you got, Yamamoto. Also, how do you guys pronounce this name right here? I've heard it both ways. I've never actually known how you pronounce it. Do y'all say Genryusei, Genryusei, Janrusei? I've heard it pronounced like multiple ways, and I just always call him Yamamoto. I've never heard like the concrete, definitive way of how you're meant to actually pronounce his name. Also, never mind. I'm not gonna get into another rant. I was about to say something, but it's fine. Yamamoto's cool.
The time is right. There is no way out of this.
I could vibe with the flames. I could vibe with the flames. Just some badass old geezer, you know what I mean? Doop 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 doop. All right, run that back. All right, head captain who stands above all other soul reapers. His most powerful flame, Zanpakuto, is capable of burning down everything.
Prepare for punishment. Here I come.
Wait, you know what just dawned on me? How far in the story is this game supposed to be going again? It's just a wrong car, right? The story mode in this game is only supposed to be going up to a wrong car, right? Am I bugging, or are they showing stuff that's past that? Anyway, my fault. Spiritual Pressure move 1, Shiranui. Attack by releasing the flame forward. Yamamoto will be in the Hellfire state when activated. The damage will increase after activating with long press down input. Also, you can charge it up and it does more damage. Taimatsu / Naragiri. The technique will be changed depending on whether Yamamoto is still in the Hellfire state or not. Taimatsu, the normal state, activates a low power attack. The Inferno gauge will not accumulate for a certain period after activation. And Naragiri, Hellfire state, releases a very powerful slash covered with massive flames. The Hellfire state will be removed after activating. Okay, so what's the difference in how these two moves look? Okay, so that's the low. Oh, so they look the same. They just do something differently. A very powerful slash covered with massive flames. Are they not both covered with massive flames? That does look like the same move to me. Maybe I'm tripping.
The time is right.
Also, did I... Hold on. Did I... Here we go. We didn't... I smooth went right past the Inferno gauge / Hellfire state. So the Inferno gauge that they're referring to in these moves will accumulate by activating flash attack and signature moves, etc. Inferno gauge will decrease when quick attack lands the opponent. Or lands on the opponent, I presume. The more Inferno gauge accumulates, the more power will increase, and when the gauge reaches its to the maximum, it changes into Hellfire state. During the Hellfire state, the power will be enhanced, but the ratio will decrease automatically. Okay. And into his awakening.
The time is right. There is no way out of this.
Cell's Awakening. Yamamoto's performance will be enhanced by increasing the power output of Shikai, Ryujinjaka. By the increase of Reishi and the increase of damage, Shikai Ryujinjaka makes Yamamoto possible to cover his low agility and unleash his overwhelming power. That's the one thing I will say about him, is that he seems like probably gonna hit really hard but be kind of slow. Slow, kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but slow characters never really like my jam. But you know, each their own. Oh boy, all right, let's do this. Shigekuni Yamamoto. Shigekuni Yamamoto Genryusai. I'm pretty sure it's Genryusai. No, going based off of my knowledge of how the Japanese language works, it is Genryusai. I'm almost certain. I never really thought about it out loud before, but now that I'm actually pronouncing it out loud, it has to be Genryusai. Squad 1 characterized by overwhelmingly high damage that will burn everything with its immense firepower. All right, cool. And then next we've got the Shinji trailer, which just came out. So let's go ahead and jump over to that one real quick.
You're a pain, you know that.
And then I think we've got some Jump Festa gameplay to look at.
Listen, you really want to know who I am?
Go ahead, sip some water because your boy is feeling a little parched.
Here. Go on. Take a good look.
Wait a minute, why they cooking so much harder with his trailer than every other character? Hold on, like cinematically speaking, like why are they cooking so much harder with his trailer? What the hell? Why is his so special?
It's been 101 years. I've been waiting.
Why are we glazing Shinji? I mean, Shinji cool, don't get me wrong, but like, why he get all this?
Anyone. There's no one that you can truly trust. But I'm not like you.
Hold on, I have no issue with how they've been doing the trailers for characters up to this point, but like, why couldn't they all get something like this?
Don't fight alone. I'll show you that. I knew it. I figured that it had to be you.
Shinji cannot even be in like the top 15 most popular Bleach characters.
I'm a visor, one of the master artists.
And again, I got no problem with Shinji. Shinji's cool.
With me, Ichigo. I'll teach you how to handle it and how to save your sanity.
Was that Hiyori in his moveset that I saw show up?
Involved in Soul Reaper fights. If I tried even a little, then there'd be none left over for you. I prefer to spar with you for a little while. Not bad at all, Kisuke. When you're above others, you can sympathize with underlings, but you should never appreciate yourself. You've got another thing coming if you think this is gonna be a cake. Out of my way. Step aside.
I'm like, I feel like such a hater. I don't have an issue with Shinji. I'm just like perplexed as to why he gets all this compared to every other character.
Collapse.
This shit is fire. I ain't gonna lie. They made that nigga look really cool. I mean, Shinji is cool. I think he has one of the cooler abilities as well. But I'm trying to think, like, is it just because this was like a Jump Festa trailer? Maybe I don't know. Like, if I'm thinking about it, you got like Ichigo, obviously Rukia, Byakuya, Okiura, Grimmjow, Yoruichi, Orihime, like Chad, Uryu, like there's like Aizen, you know what I'm saying? There are so many characters that I would assume or expect to be more popular than Shinji. So it's just funny that it's just like, of all characters, like he gets this trailer, you know what I'm saying? Like Kenpachi, yeah, like I just because even if it's like, oh well, this was shown at Jump Festa, so they gave it a little bit extra sauce. It's like, okay, sure, but like, why make Shinji the Jump Festa character then, instead of like saving one of the characters you've already shown for Jump Festa, or making it a different character that hasn't been shown yet? Like, why Shinji of all characters? Like, I just, you know what I mean? Like, I again can't stress enough, I like Shinji. I have no problem with it. I'm just a little confused or surprised. Trailer was dope though. All right, and now I think we've got one more thing to take a look at. We've got 20 minutes here of Jump Festa gameplay from the demo. This comes courtesy of PS360 HD2, who's a homie. I didn't ask him for permission for this, but I think he also got it from somebody else. So we're just gonna go ahead, take a look at this, turn the volume up a little bit. I will say, by the way, Ichimaru was another character who looked really, really cool to me from the gameplay that I'd seen prior. Let's just make sure we're in 1080. Okay, we are. All right, so I'm gonna sit here and watch this whole thing. I don't know if I'm just gonna leave this completely like unedited and uncut or whatever, this part in the video, or if I'm just gonna like, you know, chop up parts where I react to something that's cool or whatever. But I'm gonna sit here and watch this whole thing, and we go see what it's hitting on. Yoruichi is so cool. Wait, hold on. You said there's a version with higher bitrate. You got the link? If you have the link, I would greatly appreciate that. Shinji's very popular in Japan. If you say so. This shit dumb loud. I guess this looks a little better. Why did this open in a window like this though? Huh? Is this like a, hold on, let me do this. It's open like a really weird window. It like fucked up my whole thing here. Hold on. There we go. Okay, here we go. Back to it. All right, no clue what that text down there says, but it's all right. That really reminds me of like Rengoku's move in Hinokami Chronicles. Okyo is such a sick character, by the way. Oh my god. I honestly have no clue who I'm going to end up maining for real in this game. Because I can speculate all I want based off like demos and trailers and stuff, but you never really know until you play it for yourself. Ugh. That was gas! Oh, that was fire. This game is extremely cinematic. Oos? Okay, this looks like some sort of tutorial or training mode. I like that little movement, the little like wraparound joint. The word I was looking for earlier, by the way, when I was talking about Yamamoto was clunky. I couldn't think of the word clunky for whatever reason. Slow, clunky characters have never really been my thing. I thought of it again just now because I thought like this version of Ichigo, his moveset looks a little clunky. And so he's probably not a character I'd like to play that much. But yeah, I don't know why. I don't know about you guys. But sometimes when I'm talking a lot, my mind draws a blank on the most simplest shit. Like the word clunky is not some sort of like particularly advanced or, you know, it's not some sort of high level vocabulary or vernacular. Like I don't know why my mind drew a blank there. And I feel like that happens to me a lot on camera when I record these videos or when I'm streaming, where I'm trying to think of like very simple words to articulate my point and the words just escape me. Like why did I forget the word clunky for a minute? You know what I mean? See, man, these are both characters I want to play so. Yoruichi looks so fire, but do you see my nigga Hitsukai there with the ice? I need this game to be good so bad. Bleach fans deserve a really dope game, first and foremost. But I really want to like this game. I really want to like this game, bro. Please let this game be as fire as everything looks. Damn, Yoruichi. Like, I know this isn't going to be like some super ultra competitive, like Evo kind of title. I know I'll be getting questions like that because I'm sure I already have. And it doesn't have to be. I'm expecting this to be like a fun arena fighter. You know what I mean? Like something you play with the homies, you play online, you have a good time, whatever. But I'm not trying to be, you know, Combo Breaker Champion 2025 for Bleach Rebirth of Souls. So I'm guessing this is just a tutorial in general. That's what the text down here is all about. It's teaching us about what the different like gauges and everything does in this game. I will say the little, let me go back real quick. I could do without this part visually. Hold on. I don't hate it, but like this big ass Guilty Gear Strive ass fucking shit right here, I could kind of do without that. Counter, you know what I'm saying? Like I could really, they could have kept that part out, but it's no big deal. Y'all see that jiggle, by the way? My fault. Tighten up. When I was in Japan, there was this fire Yoruichi figure that I saw that I really wanted, but it was not a wise decision to purchase. But there was this really dope Yoruichi figure that I saw in one of the stores in Japan. It was the same store where I got this CC figure. This figure of CC from Code Geass that I have. In this same store, I saw one of Yoruichi that I really wanted, but I decided not to buy it. Which, by the way, if you're interested, oh wait, hold on, let me lock it. Wait, we got the character select screen. I'm over here talking about Japan and figures and stuff, which I was gonna say that I did a haul video that you guys can be sure to check out. But hold on, this character select screen looking kind of clean. So obviously there's not very many characters here, but I assume that once this is all filled out, this is gonna look really dope. When it comes to the style of this game, that's something that they definitely knocked out of the park. Like the way that they've been presenting these trailers and the way the story mode looks so far, and just like when it comes to like, they really nailed that aspect of this. Shit is clean. This is really, really dope. Like, I don't think I'm the type of person who just like says stuff like this all the time and just throws it out there lightly. So I feel like it should carry some sort of weight, or like, you know, have some merit to it when I say it. I actually think this might be one of the most fire character select screens I've ever seen. Like, no cap. I think that's one of the most fire character select screens I've ever seen. I really rock with that. This is for two. It's kind of clean, my boy. I like that. And then the transitions and everything. Yeah, man, they snapped. The way you load into the matches and everything. I really like what I'm seeing from this game, man. I hope I enjoyed playing it as much as I've enjoyed watching everything that's been released for this game since it first got announced. There are very, very few like qualms or like apprehensions I have when it comes to this game. I'm still not the biggest fan of like the aerial stuff, but I get why it makes sense with like the Bleach lore and everything. Also, I feel like this is the most I've seen of like how the movement works, and the movement, I think I'm kind of liking it, like how it looks. When it comes to like the different dimensions and everything, like how you can slide around your opponent and stuff like that. So I remember like going into this, and I've talked about this as it pertains to other games as well. I think movement plays such a huge part in how good a game feels to play. I think when it comes to like trying to figure out how like how smooth and fluid everything is, the movement is like the biggest factor in that. And I think that's one of the big reasons why I enjoyed Dragon Ball FighterZ so much before, because the movement in that game, in my opinion, is like the most fun movement of any game I've ever played. Ichimaru looks like such a cool character. Anyway, I say that to say this wouldn't be like my ideal way the movement works in the game, but I do like how it looks. It does look good. I hope it feels as good as it looks. Trying to think, as far as arena fighters go, I think my favorite movement would easily be the Storm games though. Storm / Hinokami Chronicles, which basically just operates on the same engine. But I mean, y'all know me, I've always held the Naruto Storm games as like the pinnacle of like arena fighters, because I don't really think most games have ever like surpassed those games. I feel like that's kind of like the bar for it. Not too bad, not too bad. I will say I still feel like the what's it called? Konpaku. I still feel like the Konpaku system is kind of like unnecessary. But it's not like a hill I'm like trying to die on. Like I don't mind them like trying to do something different or whatever. And I know there's been a lot of like conversation over this about like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, or you know, it's overly complicated, or it's not complicated at all, or whatever. I just don't see why it has to be that way. You know, it really easily could have just been regular ass health bars, and I think it would still be cool. Like it could look the same and just be a regular health bar. It's not something like I want to keep harping on, but I'm just taking note of it because I'm like watching how it like works as we're watching the gameplay, and it's just like, I ain't mad at it, but I think I want to know if I have any like differing opinion, or like how it changes, or if it does at all, like when I actually am playing it for myself. Because I mean, you could still kind of treat it that way. I mean, like you have the I forget what it's called, but this white bar that essentially is acting like a health bar per se, and then you can look at it as like you have multiple lives, like multiple bars of health. And they're just basically like branding it kind of differently, and it does work a little differently, but it is still a health bar at the end of the day. It's just not a traditional one. I think a lot of the people who think it's like overly complicated though will probably change their tune once they play it, because I think it's really just about perception. When you start branding it and parading it as something different than just a health bar, it looks like it's its own like unique thing, or like mechanic or whatever, that they have to learn and like get used to and adjust to or whatever. But in reality, it's really not that different. But I understand why people felt like it was, you know, convoluted but I also don't think most people will feel that way once they're actually playing it. Yes, I still feel like the aerial combat looks a little funky, I'm gonna be honest. Particularly like when characters are getting knocked back like that right there. Not the biggest fan of that animation, but not the end of the world. I don't know, Shirayuki. Baby girl. Yeah, there's definitely stuff like that. I think I mentioned this in one of the recent videos, but it's been so long since I talked about Bleach Rebirth of Souls, I can't remember. Stuff like this whole like little scene with the big three and the words and shit. I thought this stuff was like editing and like things that they were doing for the trailers and for the promo and stuff, and not like actually part of the game. So it like really threw me off when I was like, oh, like this stuff that's popping up, it's like those aren't like special effects and like edits and stuff that they did in After Effects. Like these are actual assets in the game. Damn, that was fire. How much is it we have left? I want to see some more Soy Phone gameplay, to be honest. Did they show Soy Phone in here by chance? Because I actually think she's the character I'm the most interested in right now out of everyone we see. Oh, I don't think they do. It's okay. Oh wait, well we saw the character select screen. So I forget already, but like which characters were even in this demo build? I don't think she was there on that roster. I don't think I like the announcer very much. I'm just nitpicking things. I'm just commenting on things I like or don't like. I definitely like this super, I'll tell you that. Or not the super, this awakening. Senbon Sakura Kageyoshi. Ah, that boy's sinister. Giving me big Gata vibes from a Storm right now with the sand. Flash that was kind of cray, I ain't gonna lie, boy. I like the side steps. I like the side steps a lot. Wait, what? What just happened there? Was that a jump cut or like what exactly caused that? Wait, I'm confused. Was that a parry? Was that a clash? That's the mechanic that's probably been explained at some point that I've just forgotten about right now, but I don't know. I couldn't tell if that was like a jump cut or if like I don't know. Alright, this is probably the last match of this video, I would assume. Ichigo versus Ulquiorra. Yeah, it looks like it. That shit was fire. I love that right there. That like sidestep after the hit. Whoop. Yeah, that shit's clean. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of Kingdom Hearts. I forget what the exact name of the move is called. But it kind of reminds me of Kingdom Hearts when you attack and then you like slide around them like that. I think that's fire. He's in trouble. Now the real Ichigo gameplay starts. Unless he whiffs. Was that an actual like block punish that just happened there? Insane. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is so fire. There's a game that I feel like this is slightly reminding me of, but I can't think of what off the top of my head. Like, obviously, there are elements of like, hold on. Elements of like Senran Kagura in here, right? Because it's made by those developers. But there's something else that's reminding me of that I can't quite think of. Damn. I gotta get my hands on this. 3 months. We're 3 months away. All right, and that was the 20 minutes of Jump Festa gameplay. Well, I don't know how much of that I left in the video and how much of it I cut out. Maybe I'll just let the whole thing rock, who knows. But what I will say is that For the most part, I've only seen things that I shouldn't say that. I've mostly seen things that I like when it comes to this game. There are very little apprehensions that I have, or things that I'm just kind of like, I don't really know. There definitely are some things here or there, right? Like, no game is perfect, and everything's going to have its flaws. There's going to be things that I do dislike. But all in all, I'm still very much looking forward to this game. I'm very excited for it. I'm glad that we finally have the release date. I probably will be purchasing like whatever the top ultimate edition or whatever is, so I can get all the bonuses and DLC and early access and stuff like that. Obviously, I mean, as a content creator, I'm pretty much always going to do that for these games. But yeah, man, how y'all feeling? What are you thinking? I think the game still looks really promising, has a lot of potential, and I'm very much looking forward to it. But with that, I think we're all caught up on everything. We had 3 character trailers, a release date trailer, and 20 minutes of demo build gameplay. And yeah, at this point, I mean, I guess it's just seeing what the rest of the roster looks like. I don't know how many more characters are going to be adding to this at this point, but if they keep on dropping them, I'll keep on covering them. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, so you can stay tuned for all the awesome content that I'm bringing you. And with all that being said, that's pretty much all I have for today. And remember, nothing can happen until you swing the bat. Later.